So I'm a first-time mom. My daughter is 4 months old, and she's been home from the hospital about a month. She was born with a heart difference, but now that she's home, I've gotten to use some of the baby stuff we've bought, and I wanted to share some of the things that I think are worth it and some of the things that aren't. So, first thing is this Dr. Brown's sterilizer thing. I bought that and I was really excited to use it. When she got home, I was washing all her bottles by hand and putting them in that. But it's just not worth it. It only holds 6 bottles. My daughter eats 8 times a day, so it didn't hold all the bottles I was cleaning. And it is so much easier to just put it in the dishwasher and just run the dishwasher like normal and put it on the sterilized setting. So that's what we're doing now. Haven't even touched that in like weeks. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the Momfrida bathtub. I have hated this bathtub since I bought it, or since I got to use it, not bought it. It is just, I just feel like it doesn't support her, and it just doesn't seem comfortable, and like I have to hold her head up the entire bath, and like I just feel like it's not very comfortable for her. I feel like it's very hard plastic. So I recently got a new bathtub. I got this one off of Amazon and I like it a lot more. This is like a lot more soft and like I feel like it's better suited for her head, and like you can tighten these to make it tighter, like bring this up more, and I like it so much more. It does have a built-in thermometer, but I already bought this, so I'm just gonna keep using this. Yeah, I like this tub way more. So the Diaper Genie. I like that it holds in the smell, but like it's just kind of hard to press in the diapers. You have to really force it in. The trash can refills are really expensive, so we're probably just not going to use it after we run out of trash bags. I'm not sure. One of the things I do like is one of these 3-tier carts. This gets used every day. We have our diapers and our wipes, and then right there's just like care stuff, and the very bottom is just like extras. There's like puppy pads down there, gauze, like whatever we need. This cart has been like really helpful. It rolls around so we can swing it all over the place. But yeah, definitely recommend one of these carts. I've only used this for 2 days now, but it has helped my tummy time with her so much. She hates holding up her head, and I'll lay her on this blanket with her elbows under it, and I'll like play with it, and it'll move, and she loves watching it, and it really helps with tummy time. And I'm not going to show this part because she's actively playing with it. You can probably hear it, but it is the Fisher-Price like little piano thing. She loves it. She loves to kick at it. Really good thing to get. She loves it. So yeah, definitely worth it. Bouncer. Now, we did not buy this. A program at the hospital actually got it for us before we left. She really was into the bouncer when we were at the hospital, but I think that's because like that's the only thing she could do. But she doesn't really use this. She mostly plays on the floor or is in one of our arms. But yeah, I'm not a fan, and she doesn't seem to like it too much, so that barely gets used. The Boppy I got because I thought I was going to breastfeed. That didn't end up happening. It's nice for tummy time. I'll lean her up, prop her up on it so she can lean over and practice her sitting and leaning up forward and holding up her head. But that's all we really use it for, and it's not that often. Maybe when she gets a little bit bigger, she is a little small for it. So I don't know. This mat is another one that I am enjoying. It is very large. I can't show the whole thing because she's playing right now. But it's soft, and it's like a safe place for her to be. And I don't know, I really like it. And it has ABCs and like numbers and stuff, and it is 2-sided, so there's another print on the other side. But I've really been liking it. It gives her her own space. So this is her nursery. It's a little messy. Those are clothes that are too big for her, and those are clothes that she's outgrown. Obviously we haven't used the crib really. There's her diapers. And then this right here. I'm just gonna flip the camera around. This has been amazing. The little aquarium from Baby Einstein. amazing. We would use it at the hospital before we would leave for the day to put her to sleep, and she loved it. It was a really good investment, something to engage her and like calm her down. We really like it. So she hasn't used it since she's been home, but maybe when she starts sleeping in her crib. So this chair, I really, really love it. I think it's a great chair. It reclines, it swivels, it rocks. It has a little attachment to like put your phone on. There's pockets. I think it's a great chair. I've not used it for her. We mostly hang out in the living room, but awesome chair. I definitely recommend it. I got it on Amazon. This little play gym is great. Like I said, we don't really use it because we mostly hang out in the living room, and she has a whole little play mat in there. But no, this is nice. I'm glad we have it for when we are in here. I think she's used it like twice, but yeah, I think it's nice. I like the little like gate thing mesh to keep her contained, I guess, a little bit, and not keep her toys all in one area. I think in the future I may turn this into a little ball pit for her when she's bigger. I think that would be fun. So I do regret buying this. It's a changing pad. Haven't used it once. I keep telling myself that we're going to use it when she's older, but I really doubt it. We either change her on the couch or in our bed. Like, it just has not been used. Another thing I regret is mittens. We got mittens and we would use them at the hospital, or at least try to give her arms some freedom. But she had a feeding tube in, and so we would put them on her to keep her from pulling at her feeding tube. And they just fell off. It was not great. And we try and put mittens on her at home, and like, they don't really stay on. I don't know if it's just because my baby's small or what, but it just didn't work out. We have all these mittens and can't do anything with them. Another thing I really like is the stroller car seat thing we got. The car seat just snaps right onto the stroller attachment, and it just makes it so much easier to get her in and out of the hospital and walking around the hospital. She has a lot of appointments at the hospital. So it just makes it a lot easier. Just if she's sleeping in the car, just to snap her into the attachment and roll on. I really like that. I'm trying to think of other things. So back in the living room, she does not use this all the time. This is every once in a while. If we're trying to have dinner and she's screaming and wants held or does not want on the floor or the bassinet, I use this. So the baby lounger, I think, is worth it as long as you're watching your baby. She will sleep in this sometimes when I'm trying to eat or do something. I just think it's a good safe place for her to be that's outside of the crib or bassinet. And sometimes when we're having dinner and none of us can hold her, it's just a good close place for her to be. So yeah, I like it, but I definitely think you need to make sure that you are sitting there with your baby watching them to make sure that, they are breathing. They're not, too close to the little perforations. My baby's crying. Okay, I know they say crib is best. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Now that she's done playing, I can show you the whole area. You can see how big this mat is. I have a blanket to lay her on because she's just not big enough to crawl around on this, and I don't want like perforations going in her head because the little ABCs are perforated. And then this is the play mat I was telling you about. She loves it. But yeah, those are the things I think are worth it and not worth it. I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun. Let me know what you think.